Hi, Janetta and Bradley here. I wanted to respond to a question I get asked a lot about what made me decide to self-publish. For me, it started when I took a creative writing class, and the instructor told us about something called a slush pile, S-L-U-S-H. And basically, a slush pile is where your unsolicited manuscript ends up when you send it to a traditional publishing house. If you end up in this slush pile, then it's up to the assistant editor or maybe a contractor or even an intern to go through this slush pile and determine if your book is worthy of being reviewed by a senior editor. And according to this instructor, pretty much everybody in the class, which was about 15 people, would end up in this slush pile. And none of us would get published because basically it was a very rare occasion when someone got published out of was published out of this slush pile. So I went home and I thought to myself, well, why even put yourself through that? I thought about, I had been working in college on the newspaper, and I knew about editing and typesetting, and I thought it wouldn't be such a huge leap for me to go from newspaper newspaper publishing to publishing my own book. So I decided that I would, give it a go and publish my own book. And for people who ask me, do I think they should self-publish, I always tell them to look at, each of the methods of publishing and weigh the pros and cons and decide for themselves if, what's best for them. Because, it just depends on your connections. It depends on what you're going after or what your goals are. So, you have to weigh all those things when you're trying to decide what's best for you. So again, for me, it was just hearing about the slush pile and feeling like that I could take my destiny into my own hands as opposed to waiting for, that small chance that I'll get picked up from this slush pile. And also because I had a little background in the newspaper publishing through my college that I felt comfortable even, tackling. And I don't think you need, once I started, you don't really need that experience. There was so much information out there. And I'm going to go back and look at some of the stuff that I looked at as references and share those with you in some upcoming videos, as well as talk about, the different pros and cons I found when looking into, the traditional self-publishing where you're doing pretty much everything yourself, to the print-on-demand where you're buying the services and allowing those print-on-demand companies to take on some of the work that you would normally do as the self-publisher. So until then, have a great one, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.